Hey everybody, Chad from Ultimate Angler here with Landry Smith from Rover Baits. How's it going, buddy?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. So listen, some of you will remember Landry, if any of you caught the podcast we did last year talking about Rover Baits, but this is a little bit more in-depth look at the Rover Baits, maybe how it started, where you're at now, and what we can expect in the future, maybe?
Yeah, sounds good.
I like it. Well, what do you got to show us?
Well, I thought I'd start out with my originals. About 10 years ago, I started messing around with soft plastics, actually making some soft plastic drop shot stuff for bass.
This is you call this flutter shad.
This is called the flutter shad. This is my original musky bait. At the time, there was no solid paddle tails on the market. And this is like, I think, the 4th version. The 5th version is coming out soon. It's the same idea, a little cleaner on the top.
I've not thrown one of these, but
yep, they have a very
I'm willing to.
They have a very interesting action. They wander a bit.
Yeah.
When you reel them in, they don't come straight. They'll kick up on their side, but they won't roll. And that wandering action, when you learn to play with it, is really a great trigger. You just throw an extra hand crank in there, fast crank, and it'll really kind of jump out to the side.
Cool.
So these kind of gathered a pretty trusty following over the first 7 or 8 years when I did this part-time. I'd sell maybe a couple hundred baits a year.
Okay.
And then after the first couple of years, I introduced a larger size, which does the same thing.
Now this is clearly a fall bait, just judging by the size, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It depends where you're fishing, though. On these trophy fisheries, guys will throw this right out of the gate.
What is this? Is this like 11, 12 inches?
This is 12 inches and about 10 ounces. This is 6 ounces and 9.5 inches.
Okay.
So that's where it all began.
Nice.
This is where I learned to perfect my mold making techniques and really work on plastisol consistency or hardness and all my glitter.
Actually, I like the glitter on that. We maybe just put it down there. People can have a look at it there. Yeah, that's beautiful. I can see how the sun would grab that.
Yep, and
that's nice.
There's a trick to doing the glitter. You need just the right amount. You need a transparent plastic so that light gets in there. And then the other thing about the glitter is it stiffens up the bait. So then
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. So then, unfortunately, what you run into is the walleye colored one.
Yeah.
Will be a little stiffer than a white one, for example. And so over the years, I've learned to compensate for that, so they're all the same.
This would look good in my box. I'm just going to put it out there.
Probably would, but probably no chance of that today.
Yeah, not today. All right, what else you got there?
So that's the originals.
Okay.
In the last, I guess, maybe 3 years.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah. Natural.
I've graduated to pouring more of these. These things have taken off. This is called the Cisco Shad. That's the 9.5 incher. And then the bigger one is 11. Super easy bait to throw. You can fish it straight up without any weight. Just slow reel it. You can reel it to fast speeds as well. If you really want to burn it, you can add a weight on the bottom, on the front. And the weights are super easy to put on. You just slide it on, hold it in place, put the split ring on, and then your hook. So one.
And why are people waiting on it? Like I've been fishing this for I don't know a couple years maybe. I do not fish with any weights on mine, so I don't really. For me, I don't think I need them. I've been very successful with these just as they are. But clearly, you're including the weights. So what's the point?
Just makes it more versatile. So without the weight, you can reel it super slow. It'll stay fairly high. The smaller one would run down about 4 feet. The larger one down to about 6. You might find if you're reeling this as fast as you can, it might roll up on its side.
Okay.
Usually if you give the reel a little bit of a pause and then hit it again,
sort of operate itself.
It'll straighten itself out. But I found that if you're really burning in the summer, almost bucktail speeds, that one weight on the front still gives it some wandering and belling action, but it'll prevent it from rolling. So if you want to troll it or if you want to speed reel it, that one weight's the ticket.
So hold on, I could troll that at like 5 miles an hour?
Yes, you could.
With a weight on the front?
Yeah.
Just one weight?
Yes, and you could run it like that, or you can throw a blade attachment on the front.
I'm going to try
if
that,
you want.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, it'll absolutely work.
Okay, cool.
You could troll it with 2 weights too, but the second weight isn't really necessary. I find the second weight on the back is great for a pull pause retrieve. So if you like to rip bulldogs or medusas, you can fish this in the exact same way. You can rip it, up it'll go, and then because the weight's on the back, it doesn't tip so steeply on the way down. It'll angle down at about that angle, and you'll get that tail kick all the way down. I mean, you can rip any swim bait. You could rip this style swim bait. So it'll work also when pull and pause. But what you'll notice is when you kill it, it's going to go nose down and the tail probably won't kick.
I see.
The fish will still eat it.
Right.
But
Well, that's all we really care about.
this on
Let's
the
be
pole
honest.
pause is irresistible. And believe it or not, there's quite a few guys that only fish swim baits by ripping or pole pausing them. That's their thing.
I've never tried that. I honestly, I got you or somebody else told me a couple years ago, super slow with those, and that's all I've ever done. And I've been so successful, especially now with the little hog collars attached.
Yeah.
I haven't had to try that.
I mean, there's a lot of guys, especially in Minnesota right now,
Yeah.
who are night fishing with these and just slow rolling them at night. No attachments, no weights, just creeping these through and letting the fish find them. And even in the dark, they can hear that bait, as quiet as it is. This has accounted for a lot of big fish in the last year or two.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong slow reeling it. But sometimes in the summer, when you're on a more aggressive bite,
Yeah.
it's always nice to have that option to speed burn it. And there are also some days where the fish won't hit a steady moving lure. They'll only hit a stop and
Or they're just hitting it on the drop or whatever.
so that's where tubes come into play, or something like this, or a bulldog where you can hop it and stop it. That can change a day.
Can I just see this one with the tail? I just want to put it there. I like how you've kind of got like, it's sort of a little bit of a marbly look almost, between the white and the gray. It's almost like you, I don't know how you achieved that. Was that an accident or was that?
Well, when you pour the pearl colors, I actually use a pearl powder in there.
Oh, okay. That explains
And
it. Yeah, it makes sense.
The pearl powder kind of sometimes moves around in
Yeah.
the mold differently, and so you'll get these kind of marbly look. You can buy pearl colorant that's liquid. I like the powder better because it doesn't affect the firmness of the plastic.
And are we getting kind of this sort of motion with it as well? When it's
These have amazing belly wobble.
okay.
And then
belly wobble, that's the technical
Yep,
term.
and then this fin, that's why I often color the tip of it.
Okay.
It wiggles quite a bit too. I mean, that's just one more trigger.
Well,
If you put
all I know is I'm happy to have one in my box because I just had him bring me one today. So it's all good in my
Thanks,
world.
man. Thanks.
What have we missed in there? What else should we be talking about here?
I think we pretty much nailed it. And you and I talked a little bit about
I do like
my
this one.
journey. And
Yeah, so I know, I mean, you started as a teacher, suddenly you became a bait maker. Now you can't seem to get out of the shop to do enough fishing. Because
unfortunately, I fished too little now, but I am obsessed with designing and perfecting these baits. And there's so much to learn about bait making, whether you're working with wood or hard resin or soft plastics. But I have spent 10 years perfecting the amount of glitter that's in, my mixtures of my plastic. So all the baits come out of the shop with a consistent bend and the exact same action no matter what's inside them.
That's what I like about them. I mean, and listen, I have Shadzillas, I have everything in my box, but it just feels like just a very wide flutter, I guess, is that what we would call it?
Yep.
Tail wobble.
Yep.
Whatever, at those slow speeds, which I really love, especially in like November when the water's freezing, late November, early December.
Yeah.
It's killer.
I mean, all the swim baits in the market will catch fish and they all have their day.
Yeah.
And whether it's more traditional shaped ones like this or this, which is a very unique swim bait body, they all have their day. Fish, for some reason, certain days cue in on a certain amount of tail wiggle or sound. As similar as these baits might appear, they sound differently and they look different in the water enough that someday it's the one, someday
I
it's
never really
not.
thought about that. I mean, there's no rattles in them or anything, so I.
No. They can hear a lot better than we think they can. That's for sure. But
Well, we know that they're great baits because I've been fishing them. I think probably, well, I've just, from this year alone, I've heard 4 or 5 stories since June, beginning of June, when they went in season, as to people that were catching 50s on them. So they're definitely attracting those big fish. I don't know, what else can I say other than how do they get a hold of you if they want to get their hands on one? And I know that keep in mind, he is a boutique builder, so there's not thousands of these things sitting on the shelf because he wants to fish, right?
yeah.
But how do they find you if they want to get their hands on one? What's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, well, so I make about 150 to 200 a month, and I usually do a drop on my website, roverbaits.com.
Okay.
They go fast.
I know. They're
There's
like,
nothing I can do about
they're
that.
like 15 minutes. It's
Right. It's
ridiculous.
very frustrating to people because they want them and then they miss out.
Yeah.
But I'm really receptive to messages. So when people send me a message, I always do the best I can for
He
people.
does respond. I'll give him that.
I respond almost immediately.
Yes.
And, you know, if you really want them, the best bet is to just check back with me regularly. They're not bugging me. And it's more so about the timing.
Yes.
So I try my best to get everyone in the game. And that's why I limit my bait number per order to 6.
I think that's smart. I mean,
that
that
way-
gives everybody a chance to try the baits.
Yeah, that way everyone gets a chance to get their hands on it. But it is almost impossible for me to keep up with demand, which is a good problem to have. But
Sure.
I feel bad about it, but it is what it is.
Anyways, listen, I can't tell you enough how much I love these baits. I truly don't talk about stuff like this unless I believe in it. I have probably a dozen of these in my box. I'm super grateful to have them. I'm grateful that we've met. I've had a chance to throw the baits. I'll be really grateful if I get like a 55 on there, but I'm still working on that one. But listen, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you talking about the baits. Thanks for filling us in on the weights and such. And I can't wait to see what's coming up at Odyssey.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.